Brooklyn Girl Robbed by Anonymous. Masked Yosemite bandit interrupts her pleasant stage trip. Bows as he takes $50 from her. Second stage load increases his spoils. Here's a tale from the wonderful Yosemite Valley by way of Brooklyn. It concerns particularly a Brooklyn girl and a lone but bold road agent. The heroine of this story is Miss Adle Walton of 106 Willow Street, Brooklyn. About 5 weeks ago, Miss Walton, who is well known in society circles on Brooklyn Heights, went to Berkeley, California on a visit to friends. A week ago, as she states in a letter to her father, John J. Walton, she left Berkeley with a party for a trip through the Yosemite Valley. The trip was made by stagecoach. The stage had left Chinese Camp and was lumbering along toward the bridge at Big Oak Flat, through wild and lonely scenes, when a masked man suddenly appeared in the road before the coach. "Halt!" he commanded, in the traditional hoarse tone of his profession, leveling a revolver at the driver as he spoke. The driver threw up his hands and forgot to stop the horses in his hurry. The road agent, however, didn't mind this. He stopped the team himself, and then he stuck the muzzle of his ugly-looking weapon through the coach window and tersely remarked, "Tumble out." The 5 passengers, including Miss Walton, looked at the revolver and got out without comment. Everybody except a man from San Francisco promptly handed over his or her valuables and money upon demand, with a nervous look at the threatening weapon. The San Francisco man pleaded to be allowed to keep $5 that he might be able to get home. "Keep $1 and walk, drat ya," said the road agent magnanimously. The San Francisco man took a lone $1 bill from his pocketbook and with a sigh pocketed it, handing the rest over to the bandit. Miss Walton contributed $50 to the robber's spoils. He accepted the money from her, she writes, with a Chesterfieldian bow. The total of the money obtained by the man amounted to only $125, and he was apparently much disgusted. "This will keep me in chewin' terbacker for a while anyway," he remarked with scorn. Just then, another stage, traveling in the opposite direction, came up and the driver stopped to inquire what the trouble was. "Oh, I see," he gasped, as the highwayman's weapon was pointed at him in answer. The road agent, thinking that with 2 stage loads on his hands somebody might get troublesome, ordered the first coach to proceed. Then he calmly relieved the 4 passengers in the second stage of their money, but got only $120 more. The robber then went his way, and the second stage resumed its journey. When Miss Walton reached Sonora, she communicated with her friends at Berkeley and informed them of her plight. The day after the robbery, 2 men were arrested at Oakdale, California, and charged with the crime, but they proved their innocence and were released.